Good morning, good evening, salam alaikum, bonjour. All right, so let's get into this. So we're gonna start our warm up today with getting into that squat position with the feet flat on the ground, and then also trying to keep the knees apart when you come down. Yeah, so just trying to really engage the side muscles so that the knees don't come crashing together. So I'm gonna just do 5 of these. Okay, I may or may not have sneaked one more in there just for fun. So with the arms up in front, lean over to one side. We're gonna hold this for 15 seconds. So just doing a bit of static stretching, which helps a lot with increasing the range of motion across a joint. And then switch over to the other side again, hold for 15 seconds or for as long as you can. Please keep in mind that even when you're holding a stretch, you do not want to hold your breath. It's not good for your heart, especially if you have cardiac issues. All right, we're gonna stretch the same stretch, only this time the arms are on the waist. Again, holding for 15 seconds. And just to really stress the fact that you do not want to hold your breath in this position. You want to keep breathing. Okay, most of the time we tend to hold our breath, and if you have any risk of cardiac issues, then holding your breath and then breathing again all of a sudden, especially when you're holding it when doing an effort, can lead to some very sad complications. Okay, so we're going to start with a bit of dynamic stretching here, and then we're going to hold. And when we hold, we're going to hold for 15 counts. Okay, let's stretch the hamstrings. So feet outside shoulders, knees are straight. We're going to go all the way down, and we're going to hold it for 15 counts. Okay, so because we're not doing any power movement means explosive movements, then we're going to focus more on static stretching just to increase the flexibility. And okay, both arms to one ankle or rather to the one leg, so you should feel a stretch on the inside of the leg. Again, holding for 15 counts. And then once you're done, you switch over. So one thing you'll notice about static stretching, perhaps maybe not today since you're only doing the stretches once, is that you're able to go further, you're able to stretch further. Okay, I'll explain that as we keep going on. Okay, so we're still stretching the hamstrings, and this is going to be an interesting way to do it. So get into a squat. You can always come all the way down here, putting your palms on your toes, then rise as high as you can. So if you can get to all the way where your legs are straight, even better. But if your knees are still slightly bent, that's also okay. And then we're going to hold this position here for 15 seconds. Okay, so we're going to do that one more time, holding for 15 seconds. So the thing about the static stretches is that the longer you hold, the more you feel like you're becoming more flexible. You feel like you're able to increase the range of motion across that joint. So that's why static stretches are really, really, really good. If you can touch the floor with your legs straight, that's pretty good. But we're done with that one. Okay, this is a move you're familiar with, but this time again, since we're focusing on static and holding movements, then we're just gonna hold the tip toe up there for 15 seconds. I hope you are able to balance. To start us off with now the official part of the workout, so we're gonna start with a bit of balancing. So balancing on one leg, and we're gonna be in this position here for 30 seconds. The objective is for you to be able to do it for a full minute. Okay, you can choose to have your leg in whichever position. That's one position. Holding it out in front of you is another position. Since today is day one, you can have it anywhere. It's not quite defined. Now, for the next movement, I've put the modification on the screen. But otherwise, if you realized you had struggle or problems balancing, then keep balancing for as long as you can. Don't do what we're doing. Okay, so this is an interesting one. So really focusing on the balance and the hip stability and leg strength. So it's lifting up the leg and then bringing that arm all the way down, the fingers all the way down, and then we're going to hold it for 5 counts. And then we're going to do that again. So up we go. And then balancing, nice and balancing. Reaching for the toes or the mat if you can and holding it for 5 seconds. Okay, let's switch over to the other leg. So again, remember you can hold the leg in whichever position that is comfortable for you. If you're struggling with your balance, then keep balancing, keep up with the balance until we are done with this section. Okay, so if you're able to balance for 40 seconds, 45 seconds, don't add any other movement as we are doing. Okay, we'll first get you able to balance and then you can join us when we're doing these other complicated movements. Okay, so again, I'm going to do this 3 times, lifting up the leg, reaching for the mat and holding it for 5 seconds. What is important here again is the control, which is why I'm moving quite slowly. You can always rush through, but if you rush through, it becomes ineffective. Okay, so for the second time, 5, 4, 3, 2, and up we go. And then we're going to do that one more time. Ready and go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and up we go. Nice and controlled, and there you go. Okay, shake it off, and then make your way towards the foot of the mat. You are possibly going to hate me for this one. Anyway, so we're gonna revisit the inchworms. I have put the modification up there. So all the way legs straight, or you can bend them slightly. Now there's gonna be a slight change to what we did the first time. Oh, I went out of the camera. Whoops, my bad. We'll hold a plank for 10 seconds. Okay? Then once you're done, walk it back and finish the inchworm. So all the way up, arms all the way up there, and that's one. Let's go for two. I won't tell you how many we're doing so that you don't get discouraged. And that's not an evil laugh. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna hold this for 10 seconds. Alright, this is when I realized I had overshot. So just, yeah. But otherwise, I hope you've been counting your 10 seconds and not counting them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's finish off this inchworm. And that's two. Let's go for three. So in case you need, this is a bit difficult for you, you can do the modification, which I have attached on the screen, holding it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's walk it back. And that's 4. Was it 3? Hang in there, hang in there. We have about 5 more to go. Yeah, we were doing 10. But again, if you're able to do 8, then do 8. Otherwise, then you can just do the modification. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and finish off. Also, possibly lucky for you, I lost count somewhere. So I think we're going to end up doing 9 or 11. I may have added one. I lost count. But anyway, yeah. Again, not an evil laugh. Okay, let's go. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and finish it off. Just to stress that form and technique is very, very important. So we're doing a plank, not a downward dog. Okay, so please don't have your butt in the air. Try and maintain that proper plank. If this is difficult for you, then you can always do the elbow plank. But really, really try to keep yourself in that nice plank position. All right, let's do the last one now. So we will not come back up. Good news, huh? Okay, now instead of holding it just for 10 seconds, we're going to do it for 20 seconds. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang in there because just before we rest, we're going to do something else. So we're going to try and touch the knee to the mat and then release. Then the other one and then release. So alternating. Then the other one. Then the other one. Then the other one. Then the other one. Yeah, we're going to do about 10 pairs of these. and then we can rest. And that is not an evil smile or an evil laugh. Ah, death. Death. Oh my gosh. Are you still alive? Are you still there, or did you go to. You prefer to go and make dinner instead of doing this? Anyway, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. So just do what feels good. Do what feels good. Just so you know, I produced this knowing that you would be able to do it. If you're struggling and struggling quite a lot, then you can check out the new series, which I'm calling the Weight Loss and Strengthening series. It's a lighter version of this. But I knew that you would be able to do this one. So good stuff if you're still with us. Okay, so for this next one, we're going to combine the plank and the downward dog. But in the downward dog, we're going to really try and stretch the calf muscles. So we're going to do this. We're going to have 10 pairs of this calf muscle stretches. So what you're basically trying to do is you're trying to get the heel to the floor or as close to the ground as much as possible. It's like you're pedaling your heels. Okay. Um, then once you're done, we come into the plank, reset, and then back into the downward dog. We're going to do this about 3 times. This is the second time. That's 2, 3, 4. So you have the option of rushing through this, but it makes the workout very, very, very ineffective. Okay, so try and really control the movements and take your time. Breathe through each if you can. Once you're done with your 10 pairs, come back into the plank. Then I'm going to do that one more time. Ready? Up we go. And pedal your heels. And pedal. And pedal. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. My abs were dying. Like my core at this point was, oh my gosh. But anyway, I hope you're still hanging in there. Are you still alive? If you are, well done, well done, well, well. All right, just do what feels good. Do what feels good. Get some water if you need to. You can pause the video and get some water. So the down the let's come into a new orientation. So this should also be relatively easier, since we're not doing any more planks and those things. Okay, so that top leg, we're going to lift it up and down. So single leg raise. But the tendency is to raise it with your toes pointing up. So as much as possible, try and have the toes pointing straight out in front of you or trying to point your toes down as much as you can. That way you really get to target the glute area that we're trying to target. If you have your toes pointing towards the ceiling, then you end up going into a whole other different muscle group that we're not targeting in this particular movement. Okay, so in case you're wondering how many we're doing 15. And then on the 15th one, we're going to hold it for 10 seconds. So really try and keep your toes pointing towards either straight ahead or pointing downwards, not towards the ceiling. Okay, good. Let's come to the other leg, but still on the same side. So grab that leg, and then the other one is underneath it. We're gonna raise and lower that other leg. So this is targeting now the inner hip, the inner part of the leg actually. So we're gonna again do this 15 repetitions, and then we're gonna hold it up on the 15th one for 10 seconds. Okay, and hold up the last one for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good stuff. Yeah, nice and a lot easier, huh? Okay, very good. Oh, yeah, you will feel that one over there. Okay, so you can choose to have these ones with your knees bent, um, or you can choose to have them straight or ahead of you. So with having them with the knees bent is a lot easier. So what's going to happen is we're going to lift ourselves to the side plank and then we're going to come down. But instead of doing this for 15 repetitions, we're going to do this for 10 and then hold it up for 10 seconds on the 10th one. All right, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. So remember, you can do this with your knees bent. I should have provided a modification. That's my fault. I'll do that in the next one. Okay, last one. Holding it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good stuff. Okay, we can finally get off that side, but just before we roll over to the other side, we're gonna come onto the back. Just in case you're wondering, I am definitely not thinking about how I am going to kill you with the next workout. I'm just thinking about the ceiling. Okay, so we're gonna do a cycling motion. Yeah, when I started, it was a bit uncontrolled, but the idea is to really try and extend that leg. Okay, the modification, because this is a bit stressful, especially on the lower back. You can always do it with the legs not as straight. But if your legs are pretty and your back is pretty healthy, pretty good, so really extend that leg. Okay, just gonna do this twice. So let's go for the second round. We're gonna do 15 pairs. Okay, so really try and extend that leg if you can. Also, your head is lifted off the ground. Okay, so that, yeah, just the head is lifted off the ground, so it's not on the back there, to also prevent you from having that arch on your back. So when your head is lifted, then you're supporting your back because your back presses onto the mat naturally. Okay, good. See, I kept my promise. I'm not trying to kill you. Okay, let's switch over to the other side. You can always choose to turn or just, well, change the way you are lying. So heads and feet, head and feet change, legs that is. Okay, English. Anyway, so we're gonna start with the single leg raise. So again, just trying to really stress the fact that we don't want the toes pointing towards the ceiling. You want them pointing either straight ahead of you or downwards. All right, that's 3. So we're going to do this 15 times. And then on the 15th one, we're going to hold it for 10 seconds. Okay, let's hold up the last one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Brilliant. Okay, that same leg. Yeah, I was dying. Ah! Okay. All right, bring in your leg, and then we're gonna lift the other one. So again, 15 times, and then we're gonna hold it up on the 15th one. That's 2, that's 3. So also for this leg, try and keep your toes pointing to the side. So not so much to the ceiling. Try and really have them pointing to the side as much as possible. So we really target the inside of that leg or that thigh. All right, last one. Gonna hold it up for 10 seconds. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good stuff. Oh my gosh. Yup. Are you still alive? Okay, very good. So next one, I'm gonna do the side plank, just like we did. So again, you can choose to have your knees bent or legs straight, depending on how hard you want it. Okay, ready? And up we go. Oh yeah, there I made a mistake. I should have come all the way down. Um, yeah, so don't worry, I didn't change the workout. But we'll do that one day, one time, maybe next year. Okay. Yep. So again, we're gonna do this for 10 repetitions, then hold up the 10th one for 10 seconds. All right, let's hold up the last one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good stuff. Okay, so to finish off, we're gonna come back onto the back and we're gonna do the cycling one that we did just to finish off. So we're gonna do 2 of them. Only this time round, we're gonna cycle it backwards. So this is also a good test for your coordination. Okay, ready, position and go. So nice and backwards. So again, really getting in that control and then really also stretching that leg over there. Again, we're gonna do this for 15 pairs and then rest. If this is too hard for you or on your lower back, you can always choose to do the modified version, which you don't quite extend the leg. Or you can have your legs a little bit higher. Lift your head off the mat so that you're supporting your lower back in this position. Awesome. Yay. That is not an evil laugh or an evil smile that I am doing. We are all dying here. This is where I'm asking myself all my life choices. Anyway, let's go for the second round. So when you're ready, ready position and go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20 more to go. 1, 2, nice and controlled. 3, 4, now you're getting tired. 5, 6, try and keep the technique and the form. And now I've lost count. I think that's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, almost done. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tell me we're done. Yes, we are done. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna do that one more time. I'm joking. I'm joking. Relax, relax. Okay, so take this time to do what what feels good. If you want to lie down on your mat, think about your life choices. You're free to do that. If you want to sit up, please just do what feels good. Just take your minute. This is your minute. If you're crying, you can keep crying and console yourself. If it was too easy for you, just let me know. I might end up producing one for you, which is more intense. But just take your minute. Just take your minute. Okay, you can extend your legs out in front of you, shake them out. We're still in your minute, so just do what feels good right now. If you're still lying down on the mat, that is also allowed. We're just gonna come into more of the finishing stretches now. So however you manage to do it, please find yourself in a standing position. I like standing like this because it also helps me stretch my hamstrings. Okay, very good. So the first stretch that we're gonna do, because we were in the plank position, we've really activated our core today. So we're gonna try and stretch the obliques, just also to reduce the pressure on the back or the lower back. So imagine yourself pressing yourself downward and just hold that position for a bit. And please remember to breathe. Okay, so don't hold your breath. Otherwise, then we'll talk about the Valsalva maneuver and how it's dangerous if you have underlying cardiac conditions. All right, let's take our hip round. If you still haven't yet recovered from the workouts and you're still on the mat, please feel free to stay there. This is just me helping you with the cool down, because then otherwise, then chances are you wouldn't quite do it, yourself. But you don't have to be up and standing, actually. If you need some more time on the mat, please feel free to take it, because in essence, we are done. Okay, switch sides. So again, you're really trying to get the movement happening in your hips and not your waist. Rather, so that's why you also place your arms there or your fingers so that you're able to feel that movement. So imagine your fingers pushing the pubic bone or the hip bone around in those circles. All right, let's hold it here. Stretch the hamstrings, straight back, straight legs for a bit. Let's get into some nice breathing exercises, just 3 of them. So nice and deep as you stretch it in. No, breathe it in and then breathe it out. Straight legs to also stretch the hamstrings as you breathe it in. And then breathe it out for 1 more to go. And breathe it in. Then just before we finish, holding the arms up there and then a few tiptoes. 1. This is just a bit of extra. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I've had so much fun hosting you, and I hope you're still alive. Good stuff. Well done.